Good morning. Happy Friday, folks. Been listening to my buddies Resurrection Training, Mr. Nick Jenkins, and Dojangles bounce back and forth with their philosophical stuff on religion. Awesome stuff, by the way. Y'all need to check it out. I don't really have a dog in this fight considering I'm not a believer, but it's some very interesting stuff, man. I'm just like, wow, I never thought of it that way. But I do have a lot of questions, and I don't know if you can answer them, Nick, but we'll see. I mean, all right, let's go for it. I don't want to bounce around too many different topics, so I guess I'll just start with heaven and stay with heaven for a minute. So, Adam and Eve, are they just two white people? And if they are just two white people, how did two white people get together, make all these damn children, and they got different races? I guess you could say, put in scientifically, the different geological locations and the type of melanin over the years. But also, with that type of inbreeding, how come there's not that many mentally disabled, physically disabled people with all that type of inbreeding? Not just with Adam and Eve, but when God wiped out the whole planet with the flood and started over again with Noah's family. I mean, after a while, there ain't but so many people on that boat. They gonna have some inbreeding going on, you know what I'm saying? Just a thought. Let's see, what else about heaven? Okay. You guys were talking about how you were asking about God creating evil and Lucifer and, you know, the devil and stuff and demons, that God didn't so much create the devil itself. It's just he was in heaven and he turned his back against God and some of the angels that went with him, so they went to hell. Okay, but how could that happen in heaven when heaven is supposed to be a perfect place where it's supposed to be peace and happiness and love and no upset stuff? It's supposed to be divine. So how in the hell can the devil do, you know what I'm saying? Can somebody do that? Ain't they supposed to be happy? But then I guess that would probably come into free will. And here's my question with the free will versus God's plan. I asked you this before in the comments and you answered really well. I still have a hard time grasping this free will and God's plan at the same time. I feel like you can have one or the other, not both. Because if you truly have free will, you can mess up God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it in God's will? I mean, is it in God's plan for me to be an atheist? Was that a part of God's plan? Or could somebody pray? Could you pray for me, Nick, and mess up God's plan and make me a believer again? You know, stuff like that. I know I'm probably not giving a good scenario. You know, I'm running off 4 hours sleep. So I'm just... Plus, you guys sound so good on your... when y'all talk about this stuff, so knowledgeable. So I'm here trying not to sound like a freaking retard. But let's see. What else? Heaven, the devil. Also, you know, they say, you know, the whole good and evil thing. Without good, there is no evil. I understand that, and that's cool. But at the same time, people like to blame the devil for all the bad things. I mean, technically, God created the devil. God lets the devil do what he wants to do, right? In a way. I mean, if God wanted to, he could stop the devil anytime. So why is he letting the devil do his thing here on earth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. But I guess that goes back to free will and us being sinful, and, you know, Adam and Eve messed it up for everybody. But why do we have to suffer for what Adam and Eve did? I don't get that either. I mean, that's like, you know, white settlers did slavery 400 years ago. So should we punish white people still now to this day? Should I just get out and beat the shit out of a white person just because of what happened 400 years ago? You know what I'm saying? It almost equates to that. that's a very messed up analogy, but at the same time, why should we suffer? I just don't get it. And let's see, what else? I know these are like rapid fire questions, so I apologize. I don't have much time from here to the job. I'm just trying to think what I can. I don't have much time to do any damn thing besides exercise, and I don't know if I could exercise and have these questions at the same time. Alright, let's see. The whole good and evil thing. Yeah, because when something bad happens all the time, they always blame the devil. Oh, the devil did this. Oh, the devil's at work. But I mean, technically, God's letting it happen, right? He's letting the devil do it. Is it a test? Is he testing you? I guess, God works in mysterious ways, but I mean, ain't that kind of messed up to let somebody suffer? Even if, they were a righteous person and they believed and they're going through hell and on earth, I mean, and I know the ultimate goal is to die and to go to heaven and be happy, but I mean, does that mean you should have to suffer on earth? I don't really agree with that. I mean, and that makes me think, I try to live my life every day the best that I can, and I know nobody really knows. I mean, you think but nobody has official proof of an afterlife or not of an afterlife. We just don't know. We just have to have faith. But I mean, I'd rather live the life I want to now and die and be happy. And if I gotta burn, I gotta burn. Sorry. I'm cool with that. At least I went out on my terms. I don't want to live my life according to a certain way, believe in a certain thing, and then it all being bullshit. And then I die and then nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? I guess it wouldn't matter because I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have any consciousness. But I'd rather go out on my own terms, if that makes sense. And before I go any further, I'm not trying to diss Christianity, man. I'm cool with it. I get it. I used to be a believer. I'm not a believer anymore. I just finished your video, Nick. It was some good stuff. You said something like, at the very end of your video, toward the tail end, you were like, if you believe and, you're going to go to heaven, and if you don't want to, too bad, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. And then you were like, even if you rebel against God, too bad, you're still going to heaven. So I used to believe wholeheartedly, but now I don't believe anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm out of the book, right? I don't think, because you say all you have to do is believe, right? I did believe at one time. I don't believe anymore. So I'm pretty sure I'm screwed, right? I'm going to burn. But it's okay. I get it. I understand. Just wondering. I know I'm missing a lot of things right now. My brain's going like, the wheel is moving, but the mouse is dead on the wheel. Let's see. I guess that's about it for now. I mean, it's not too long of a video. I can't really think too much. I haven't had my morning bang. It's sitting right here in the side compartment. But I can't drink, drive, and do a video at the same time. Not gonna happen. Let's see, let me think again. I've gotten into slight debates with people, and I try not to be an asshole. I try to be cool. I don't get mad, I don't get upset. I just question things. You learn to question things. Especially these conspiracy theorists at my job. They'll question every single thing about the government, about what's going on, about the Illuminati, all this stuff. But then when it comes to their own religion, they follow it to the T without even questioning it. And to me, that doesn't make sense. If you're a real conspiracy theorist, you will question everything. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do question things. I like to ask questions. And I'm not trying to be blasphemous. I just want to add, some things don't make sense. Like the Holy Trinity. To me, that doesn't make sense. And I know it's confusing, but I mean, okay, I get it. God the Father. Okay, I got it. God, and then God the Son. Wait a second. Jesus is God. Jesus is God is the same thing, right? Jesus is on earth and God in a human form. Okay, now here's where it gets confusing. Jesus gets crucified on the cross. Before he dies, he says, "Why have thou forsaken me?" Is he talking to himself? God the Son talking to God the Father, but it's really himself? I don't get that. I don't understand that. I'm pretty sure there's some explanation for it, but to me that doesn't make sense. He's God. He made himself a human form to sacrifice himself to the earth for everybody's sins. Okay. He died in 3 days, rose again. But he talked to himself? You know what I'm saying? He died on the cross and said, "Why have myself forsaken me? Why have thou forsaken me?" I don't get it. And also, like, how come God in the Old Testament, or God in the Bible days, he would show up? You know, he'd show up in a burning bush, he'd show up here, he'd show up there. He would make himself known. He would have these crazy miracles happen, and everybody would be like, "Oh, wow." Well, where is he now? You know, you don't see, or maybe I'm just blind, I haven't opened my eyes, but I don't see any proof. I don't see anything. You know, you can say, "Oh, you know, earth and stars and all that stuff," but where's the actual? I don't hear God's voice. It's supposed to be like a big audible James Earl Jones voice. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I know, and me and my buddy had a debate on this, because I used to be like, what about God? Why don't God stop raping and killing and stuff? And he was like, "This ain't the cartoons. He just can't drop a piano on somebody like Tom and Jerry." And I was like, "Damn, that's pretty good." Okay, sorry, my ADD's kicking in. I was on a roll for a second. The Holy Trinity, yeah, I have trouble with that. God being everywhere, but supposed to be an omnipotent, omniscient. But then he acted confused when Cain killed Abel. He asked, he's all knowing. If he's all knowing and all divine, how am I trying to word this? Sorry, my brain's going too fast. Let me turn this music down. It's messing me up. Let's see. Sorry guys, my brain's like, it's Friday. I've been late to school all week taking my son. We've been sleeping in. Sleeping in is like, what, 4.5, 5 hours now? I got like barely 4 last night. I'm just trying to think. I need to write down and make like bulletin points and stuff, so I won't be on here jabbering like a fool. But let's see. Hope you guys have a good Friday. It's gonna be another busy day for me. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's a different perspective that I thought. Some people. I asked this to my Christian friends, and some of them got a little upset. But Adam and Eve, back to Adam and Eve, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God said, "Don't eat from this tree of good, a knowledge of good and evil, because you'll die." And of course, they ate from the tree. But why did he make it to where you die if you eat from that tree? Did he not want humans to be as smart as him? Did he not want his creation to be as smart as him? Why would he want to keep them dumb? I don't get that. And if you want to get technical, the devil didn't kill that many people in the Bible, right? I mean, you can blame stuff nowadays on the devil, but I mean, actual killing somebody back in the Bible days. What did the devil kill? Like 2 people? Maybe? Adam and Eve? Who else? Job? I don't know. I'm not well versed in the Bible. But how many people has God killed? Or has people killed for God? A lot of damn people. He wiped out the earth. Started over again. Because they were bad, right? They were bad people. Weren't there some good ones? What about the babies? I'm pretty sure he wiped out some babies. Just a thought. Maybe God is really the evil one. You ever thought about that? Or he just doesn't care. Why would an all-loving person create something and then punish it forever? Kind of like what you guys touched on. You said if somebody was mentally disabled, or doesn't have the mental capacity to to know about God or to comprehend God, you said they'd go to heaven. That's awesome. What about the people in different countries and their different religions? Basically, religion, it's almost geographical where you live. We're in the United States. Majority here is Christian. You go over to India, you got majority of them being Muslim, then you got the other slightly less majority being, Hindu? And then if you get down to breaking it down to the oldest religion is what? What's the oldest religion? It's either Hinduism or it's Buddhism. I want to say Buddhism is the oldest, but it might be Hinduism. I'm not sure. But those two are the oldest. So which one is the true religion? We have all these different religions and sub-religions. Who's telling the truth? Everybody's like, oh, this one's the truth. Oh, this one's the truth. Well, who really knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Just some questions from an atheist. Not an asshole atheist, just a friendly. There's a guy called the Friendly Atheist. He has a good channel. I like to watch him sometimes. But yeah, just some questions I was just thinking about. But anyway, I'm about to slam this bang and get my ass to work. You guys take it easy. Let me know your thoughts. We can bounce back and forth. I'm not trying to get into a heated debate. I'm just asking questions. I accept anything you say. As far as, I ain't gonna get upset. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I don't want nobody to piss me off. You guys are my friends, Dojangles and Nick. I don't want to piss you guys off. I like you guys. I'm just trying to get a better perspective on things, and I guess we'll see. Y'all take it easy. Peace.